All right. Yeah. Back again. All right. So, making sure everything's good here. It looks to be good. So, I'm actually going to turn this up one more notch because it's a little farther from my face today. All right. So, we are back again. And let me move that. Okay, so we are here today for another live stream. Today we're doing Run, Fight, or Die. And we are playing the solo mode of Run, Fight, or Die. So if you own a copy of this game, if you have the Kickstarter edition, then the solo campaign comes in the box. If you have the retail edition, you can get the solo campaign from our website, grayfoxgames.com, and you can just pop that right in and play with everything. But the rules here, because this is the Kickstarter edition, so we have the rules in the back of the book here for setting everything up. There's also some helpful info cards with the solo campaign that comes with the solo campaign when you buy it. So this is what the setup looks like for the solo game. As you can see, it's a little bit different looking than how it would normally look. The big difference, if you've played Run, Fight, or Die, for this from the game, you'll notice the locations in this game are actually out to create a grid. And the grid is basically all the locations that you'd find in the deck normally, but we're going to be navigating through it kind of like how it's the city. So you have to go through the city to the different locations to get to your next objective. The campaign is 4 missions long, and it has a scoring chart. So if you die in the campaign, then there's no score, you just lose. But if you win, there's a scoring chart so you can basically add up and see how well you actually did in the zombie apocalypse. So that is based off leadership points, which, as you know, comes from leadership tokens, followers. You get them from damaging the zombie mutant. There are a few key changes to the solo mode. If you haven't played it, that's important to note here. So you have this solo card here, and this kind of gives you an easy, normal, and hard mode. We're going to be doing this on hard mode, which basically what this is whenever the mutant zombie wakes up, because it doesn't wake up like it normally does in the game, but on a specific mission when it wakes up, basically you can determine how difficult the zombie is to beat. We're going to do it on hard mode today because I like a challenge. So we're going to do it on hard mode. Now, the important thing here is right here at the top of the card. So if you can see this, what this is you always have one of these map icons in this game. Every turn you get a map icon. The reason that we give you a map icon in this is normally in Run, Fight, or Die, when you get map icons, you can reveal locations from the location deck, and based on how many of that symbol that you have, you get either the bad effect, the good and bad effect, or just the good effect of that location. It works the exact same way here, except now you get to move to an adjacent location. So we're starting here on our home for this first mission, and all three of these locations are adjacent to home. And then once you move on to one of these, whenever you want to move to another one, it has to be orthogonally adjacent, which means up, down, left, or right. No diagonals. So that is a very important key setup. You also have these little mission cards here. So it tells you the special setup, the goal of this campaign mission, as well as the different phases, and then some of them have an optional end bonus, which at the end of the mission you can spend leadership points in order to get some extra benefits. So I've already set the game up. I randomly chose the ex-cop as my character, and if you've never played Run, Fight, or Die, then I'm going to go through and I'm gonna give you as much of this theme as I can because we try to make this as thematic as possible. So, I am Rena, the ex-cop. This is a quote of hers. It says, "Get hard or get shot. I was one of my city's finest, but I felt like I got colder by the day. It's tough seeing the worst in people, so I took a break. Today the streets are filled with more than your average hoodlum. I guess I don't need a badge to serve and protect. So much for early retirement." So, we retired, and now we're out of retirement because zombies. So that's what we're doing. Phases of the solo campaign are the same for the most part as the base game, where it always starts with you rolling your dice. You still get 2 re-rolls, unless there are any effects that stop you from re-rolling. And then you resolve the dice. You still advance the zombies as normal. Refill the board as normal unless the mission gives you more zombies, which can happen sometimes. And then there's a phase where we actually have to take a zombie and put it on one of the locations on the board. And if at any point in the campaign you move on to a space that has a zombie on it, you take a wound. And if you get 5 wounds, you die. And you don't want to die, obviously. You do heal at the end of each mission, so if you only have 1 health left, as long as you complete the mission, you will heal entirely as well as all of your followers. We have experience now, so all of your followers that get discarded or die and all of your items that you use will go to your experience, and every 10 cards that go there gets you one of these fancy upgrade cards. And these are very powerful upgrades that can really help you in the campaign. So the more that you use will actually go into getting you a benefit, so don't be afraid to go through your stuff. We also have a couple of other special cards that are just for this mode. So we have these trauma cards, and basically these are negative effects that will stay with us through the entire campaign unless we get rid of them. It's past trauma that we have to deal with. But you can get rid of them by going to either these locations. Sometimes it's locations or specific followers in the deck. But they just have different things that they mess with you with. So when I was playing yesterday, I had one that said I couldn't re-roll any of these run symbols, which was kind of a bummer. Actually makes it really hard. So it's just a varied amount of effects. So you're going to get 2 of these at the start of the campaign. And like I said, they're with you the entire campaign unless you meet the conditions to get rid of them. So I'll just take these two here, and then those get set off to the side, and you just have those for the campaign, and you're good. So our trauma for this campaign is, where is my baby? After every advanced zombies phase, add a zombie to zone 1. So at the every time I move my zombies forward and repopulate, I add another zombie to my first zone. So that's actually going to be pretty difficult. The other one I have is nervous, and it says I can't re-roll run results, which is actually the same one I had yesterday. So if I ever roll these, I'm stuck with them unless I find the Zealous Nun, and also if I visit the police station. As you can see, all the locations are face down, so I don't know where the locations are, and each mission you'll also shuffle and redistribute these, so the locations are never in the same place twice, unless it's by chance. So it can be difficult to get rid of these. So that's difficult. Yeah. But so we are all set on that. So everything is set up, ready to go. I'm going to read you the story of the campaign, and we're going to get into it, because y'all are probably tired of listening to me talk. Oh, and we have things that are happening here. Do overhead streaming software? I will send you a picture of my setup, because we had to get real creative for my overhead. Yeah, my overhead setup is just a webcam, and it's literally just taped to some stuff that is attached to a tripod. It's pretty ghetto, but it works. So, here is Mission 1, Build a Crew. The apocalypse has just begun, and you hear that people have begun gathering at the courthouse. You decide to head to that location and see if you can put together a group of people with the skills and the will to survive. Your goal in Mission 1 is to reach the courthouse and begin preparing to ride out the apocalypse. Collect as many followers, loot cards, and leadership tokens as possible. So I've already gotten those. There are 2 followers that are going to start over here on the courthouse. So when I get to the courthouse, they will automatically go. Now, one of the things that we have is the supply cache. And the supply cache is going to basically be your overall amount of followers and items that you collect. So whenever you end a mission, whatever followers and items you've acquired go to your cache. And then you start each mission with a certain amount that's listed in the campaign. And then in the final one, you'll be able to have access to a lot more of them, or all of them, if you move through them quickly. So you definitely want to try and get as much as possible, because the last mission of the campaign is to fight the mutant zombie, and he is very difficult. So the more items and the more effects you have from followers, generally the better off you'll be. Also, more followers increases your score, so if you survive, you can actually check your score and see how long. Like, the scoring in this isn't necessarily just points, but the points determine basically a length of time. Like, if your score is low, you only survive for a week in the apocalypse. If your score is at its highest, it says that you survive for over 50 years and become a zombie legend, basically. It's pretty cool. So that's what we're doing. All right, so I have those. You start the game with a loot card, as you always do. I have a lucky charm, so let me re-roll as many of my dice as I want. I will move the trauma cards here, and I believe we are all set. Let me just double check. Yep, all right, we're all good. So let's get into it. So, Run, Fight, or Die. First phase is going to be us rolling our dice. All right. So I've got these run results, which because of my trauma, I can't rerun them. Or I can't re-roll them. I can't re-roll my runs. So I have to keep those. Runs will let you push zombies back on your board, one zone. So you have zone 3, zone 2, zone 1, and they'll move closer towards you. If they ever move off of zone 1 towards you, you just take a wound for each zombie that comes over and it attacks you. But if you ever push zombies off of your board, in this mode they just go away. In the multiplayer mode, you will push them onto the players to your right's board. But I can push them out of those. So basically think of it as you're running farther away from them, so you're creating distance is how it is correlated. This bat will kill 2 zombies in your zone 1 for each bat that you roll. A gun will kill 1 zombie in any zone. This backpack is for loot cards. If you get 1, it's a loot card. If you get 2, it's a follower. And if you get 3, you can look at 2 followers, choose 1 to keep, and discard the other. And then this is the map symbol. Like I said, you always have one in the solo mode, always. So one map symbol will let you move on to a location, and you resolve only the bad effect. If you have two, you resolve the good and bad effect, and if you resolve three, you resolve only the good effect. So that's that. So, like I said, you get 2 rerolls. So, we are going to high on my get list. It should be high on your get list. This game is fantastic. Like I said, if you go to our website, you can get the Kickstarter edition. And if not the Kickstarter edition, we do, if you already own the retail copy, we do have the Kickstarter upgrade pack that comes with all the extra goodies and whatnot. There's even more stuff than what I have featured. In the solo campaign, you don't use any expansion stuff, and you don't use any promo material at all. It's just base game stuff. But we have all kinds of things you can get from the website that only we sell, so you should check that out. But yeah, so those are the symbols, and I get 2 rerolls. So you can choose as many of your dice that you want to when you reroll, except since I can't reroll these, I have to keep these. Also, there's a zombie side. If you ever roll a zombie side, you have to keep it. Also, your character has 3 abilities, and basically it will let you spend a certain combination of dice to do a special ability. So all kinds of stuff going on here. All right, so the runs I have to keep. I have to keep... this bat, or I don't have to, but I'm going to because I don't want these zombies to mess with me. I'm fine keeping that because I'll take the good and the bad effect. I want a loot card, so I'm going to reroll just this gun, and I'm going to see what happens. Then I rolled a run, so I'm just going to keep this result. So when you resolve your dice, you can choose to resolve them in any order, basically. So I'll start with the bat, and I'll kill 2 zombies. Get out of here. I have this backpack, which will give me another loot card here. So I got a town map, which is pretty good. Lets me move zombies back on my board. I have... I'll go ahead and I'll do the map results. So I have this one plus this one, so that means I'm going to do the good and the bad effect of the location. So here's your little your marker here. I can choose any of these locations. Let's go low. I'm going to start this one. We go to the graveyard, which is not one of the things I need to help solve my trauma. So the bad effect is at the top, the good effect is at the bottom, so you do the bad effect and you do the good effect. So I add a zombie to my zone 2, and add 2 zombies to my zone 3. Oof, that's not good. So 1 goes here to my zone 2, and then 2 go here to my zone 3. So there will be points in this game where there's just a ton of zombies that you have to deal with. But that's why you get item cards and hopefully get good rolls. Okay, so that happened. Now the good effect, all other players add 3 zombies to their zone 3, which anything that says other players in this mode, you just ignore. Nothing happens. But it says I get to draw a leadership token, which are these blue tokens. And like I said, the leadership points go towards your score at the end of the game, but you'll also be able to spend them during the campaign to, sometimes you can get extra items, sometimes you can get extra followers. And then in the final fight against the zombie has these zombie cards, and that's how he like attacks and does different things. And you can spend leadership points to stop his abilities, basically. So I'm just going to draw one of these right here. Yep. And it's just a little one. These can range from 1 to 3. So I got the lowest, but 1 is better than 0. And then the last thing I have is I have these 3 runs. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to push 1 zombie from zone 2 to zone 3, and I'm going to take 2 zombies out of zone 3 and push them off, and then they will just go away. And that will be all of that. So that is done, and now we will go to the next step, which is going to be moving all the zombies here. So move these here. And everything moves forward 1 zone. And then when you repopulate, you always add 3 zombies to your zone 3 unless an effect says otherwise. So I'm going to add 3 zombies back there. You'll also add an extra zombie for every zombie result you rolled on a dice. So 3 zombies there. And then because of where's my baby, I got to add 1 more zombie here in my zone 1. So I'll always have an extra one here. So that's kind of a bummer. So that's done. Now we go to the phase where I have to add a zombie somewhere to the town. You can pick anywhere on the map. It just has to be somewhere where a zombie already doesn't exist. So it can be somewhere you've already explored. It could be on the location where you are. If the whole grid fills up with zombies before you complete the mission, in this case, get to the courthouse, then you lose. So I just need to make sure that I get to the courthouse before I either die or all the locations fill up with zombies. Make sure everything's going okay here. Looks like it's going all right. Cool, 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 cool. All right. So I'm going to add this zombie. I don't think I'm going to go to this location. So I'm going to put a zombie there. It does say to use the zombie tokens over here in the rulebook. I just opted to use the zombie minis because they look super cool. So that's that. And then after that phase is done, then as long as you don't lose to the zombies populating a town, it goes back to your turn. So back to rolling dice. And there's that. Okay, so I rolled a zombie. So that will spawn an extra zombie when I repopulate my zone 3. But all the abilities on your board require multiple zombies for you to roll, at least 2. Your super ability requires 3. So if you roll a lot of zombie symbols, you can get a special ability that can usually do something pretty powerful. In the normal game, if you get 5 zombies that you roll, it awakens the zombie mutant. In this game mode, that doesn't happen. The zombie mutant does not come into play until the final mission. Alright, so I rolled a zombie. I've got some guns here. I have another map symbol. I like to keep my map symbols because I want to try and get to as many locations as possible before they start filling up with zombies, as well as get to the courthouse. Now, keep in mind, once again, you have 5 health. If you ever hit 0, if you ever get 5 wounds, you just die and you lose. But as long as you don't hit 0, you will heal at the end of each mission. So I can kind of keep that in mind as I'm moving around, because I can strategically take wounds in order to try and get some extra stuff. So let's see here. That's going swell. Going swell. All right. So I've also got 2 backpacks. So that would give me a follower. I don't have any followers yet. I definitely want to do that. I know I'm getting 2 at the end of the mission, but the followers they have negative effects, they have positive effects, but most importantly, they're worth a certain amount of leadership points, and the leadership points will help my score at the end of the game. So I think I'm going to keep these because I want a follower. I'm going to keep one of them so I can at least get an item, because I need to roll a bat because I've got these zombies here. So I'll keep the map, and then I'm going to re-roll these. And that was awful. Wow. Because I rolled 2 zombies and a run, so I can't re-roll that. Now, I do have this lucky charm, so I could re-roll any of these dice, but I was kind of hoping to not have to use it already. Now, I do have this ability here, which one of my powers is if I use 2 zombies, a backpack, and a map, it converts those symbols into 2 backpacks and 2 maps. Now, your abilities will always spawn the zombies at the end of the turn anyways, but it will basically let you replace those symbols with whatever's on the board here. So that's pretty good, and then I have 1 run, but unfortunately, that's not going to help me with all these zombies in the front here. But I have this town map. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this town map. And remember, anything that you use goes to your experience, and every 10 cards you will get an upgrade, and the upgrades are very powerful. So that's going to go there. And so that lets me move up to 4 zombies from my first zone to my 3rd zone. So I'll go ahead and I'll do that. So I'm okay on this round. So for the run symbol, I'll just push one of these zombies out here so it's less of a hassle later, and then I'll resolve my ability, which is 2 backpacks and 2 maps. So the 2 backpacks will give me a follower, which I have gotten Infected Maggie. Oh, no. So she's been bitten. Anytime you have a minus symbol on one of these characters, it means that it's a negative effect. And then anytime you have a skull symbol on one of the characters, it means it's an effect that when that character dies, these characters have health. And whenever a zombie would go over zone 1 and do damage to you, you can choose to let any of your followers take damage instead. So you can. It's a way for you to try and balance out staying alive. If they die, you do lose the points, but it's better than you dying generally. But when she dies, she becomes a zombie in my Zone 1 because she's infected, so that's a bummer. But her negative effect is at the end of my Advanced Zombies phase, I add a zombie to my Zone 2 and 3. So because of her, and because of my Where's My Baby trauma, I will add an extra zombie to each of my zones each round. So that is what we call a bummer. All right, so... And then the last thing is the 2 map results I get for my ability. I also add in the one I get always for my solo mode. So that means whatever location I go on to, it's only going to be the good effect. So I'm going to choose this location here. And we found the police station. Now the police station is one of the places I need to find for one of my traumas, which we mark with a wound token. So I found the police station. So now if I can just find the Zealous Nun follower in the deck, then that will get rid of my my nervous trauma, and then that will let me not have to stick with all of my run symbols. So that'll be pretty sweet, actually. So that's good. Now, just the good effect of the police station is draw a loot card, and if it's not a shotgun, I draw another. I draw it. It's a Molotov cocktail, which means I get an extra loot card, which is another Molotov cocktail. So these are insanely good. They can kill 4 zombies in Zone 2, or if I'm fighting the zombie mutant, it can do 2 damage to the mutant. Basically, the mutant spawns with health based on the number of players in the game. Since we're playing on hard mode, when he spawns, he's going to have 5 health, which is 5 of those tokens. So being able to just spend these to do 2 damage each is awesome, because you can use as many items as you want on any turn. So I can just unload on them. So if I can save those, then that'll be really powerful later. If I have to use them beforehand, it's okay, because they'll still go and I'll get experience for them. But we'll see. Okay, so that's done, that's done, that's done. I gotta move all the zombies, so all these dudes are here, all these dudes are here, and now I'm gonna spawn 3 zombies for the normal amount, plus 3 more zombies for the 3 zombie symbols that I rolled on the dice here. And now, because of Infected, Maggie, and Where's My Baby, I will add an extra zombie to each of my zones. So this is less than favorable. This is very much not great. Not great at all. Now I have to add a zombie to a location on the board. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the graveyard, because I've already been there, and I'm not going to go back that way unless I have to track. But I'm just going to do that. Okay, back to my turn. So, roll these here dice, and what do we have? We have a lot of these symbols. So, here's one zombie symbol, here's a run symbol. We got a bat. That's good. I'm going to keep one map symbol so I can try and move forward. Nope, that's a bat. I'm going to re-roll these. That is a loot card, which could help, but I'm going to re-roll both of them one more time, which is a bat and a gun. Perfect. That's actually almost exactly what we were looking for. All right, so let's resolve. I have 2 bats, so that's a total of 4 zombie kills with those. So I'm going to kill these 4 zombies. The gun is going to let me kill 1 zombie, so I'll kill 1 more zombie here in the front. And then the run symbol, I'm going to push this zombie back here to Zone 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and use one of my Molotov cocktails, and I'm going to kill 4 zombies here in Zone 2 to make my next round a little bit easier. I'm going to be a little ambitious. I'm going to use my other Molotov cocktail as well. And I'm just going to kill these last 4 zombies, because I'm spawning so many zombies, I'm just going to try and keep it clear. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I couldn't tell you. I guess we'll find out. But like I said, the more items I use, the more experience I get. The more experience I get, the faster I get upgrades, and the upgrades are very good. All right, so that is all of the symbols here. Oh, wait, no, I have to resolve my maps. So I have this map with this map, so that's the good and bad effect of a location. I'm just going to move straight ahead to this one, which is the shopping mall, not a location I need. So the bad effect, I take a wound, so I'll put that on me. And then the good effect, draw 2 leadership tokens and choose 1 to keep. So I will look at these, and I have a 2 and a 3. I will keep the 3, actually. And then put all those back, and Now we're good. So that's done. Zombies are going to move forward. So all these zombies come to zone 2. And then we're going to need 3 in the back plus the one that I rolled for a total of 4 there. And then all of my effects will add 1 zombie to each spot here. So still not out of the woods. The next couple of rounds could be pretty rough. And then I have to add a zombie somewhere. I'll just add a zombie to the police station. That's fine. Actually, I'll add it up here. Try not to box myself in. My plan is I'm going to try and zigzag through the town and hit as many of these locations as possible. Okay, and then move back to my turn. So, make sure everything's good. No comments or anything. We are good. Great. Good, great, awesome. All right. So, there's these. What do I have here? Zombie. Can't re-roll that. But I have 2 guns and then 2 maps. Yeah, that's not bad, actually. You know what? I'm going to keep this roll. So I'm going to use the run to push this zombie back. I'll use the 2 guns to shoot 2 zombies in zone 2. And then I'll use my total of 3 map symbols to go to this location with only the good effect, which is the Dead End Alley, which since I don't have to do the bad effect, it's actually decent. So I kill 2 zombies anywhere on my board, and then an opponent does something else, which I ignore, and then I draw a leadership token. So I'll take one of these, and then I will kill 2 zombies in this zone, which is pretty sweet. And yeah, and then that's all of the effects that I can do. So zombies will advance, these will come here, and I'm adding a total of 4 to my back line, plus the extra 1 for the effect, plus an extra 1 here and an extra 1 here. Man, they just keep coming. All right, so we go back to my turn. No, I got to add a zombie. Sorry. Now I'll add one to the police station. All right. Back to my turn here. Okay. So we've got, let's see here. Can't reroll that, but I have a bat and 2 guns, so that's a total of 4 zombies I could kill. That still leaves 2 there. But I can draw an item, and I can do a good and bad effect of that. You know what? I'll take that. That's totally fine. So I'll kill a total of 4 zombies in zone 1 here. And then I'm going to draw an item, or a loot, which is another town map, which will let me push zombies from here to here. And then I will move to another location and do the good and bad effect. I'll choose the Dark Woods. So the next turn, I roll 1 fewer dice. That's kind of a bummer. But I get to draw 2 leadership tokens and choose 1 to keep. So I will do this and this. I drew a 3 and a 1. I'll keep the 3. Okay. So we're doing good on leadership tokens so far. Yeah, and that is... Oh, and I get to push 1, so I'll push 1 back here. And that'll be my turn. Everyone's going to move forward, so this zombie is going to wound someone. I'll let it wound Maggie, and then everything will move forward. And then we're going to add a grand total of 4 back here. And then I'm going to do 1 here, 1 here. All right. A lot of zombies. A lot of zombies. Add 1 to the board. We'll send 1 to the shopping mall so they can get some new clothes. And we'll go back to my turn. Ooh, buddy. Yeah. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 zombies. 2, 4, 6. That's exactly how many I have. I'm going to do that because this is a rare occurrence. So I will kill all 8 zombies right here. And then that is all of those effects. So now we're just going to go to... well, I still have this symbol here, so I can move to a location and just do the bad effect. I'm going to hold off on that because I'd rather try and get at least something good out of it. So that's totally fine. Wait. Resolve this. Combos. Okay. Wait, no, I have to resolve it. It is not. It is not optional. You have to do that. So I have to move somewhere. I guess I'll move to here, which is the school, which is, I believe it's this one here. For the Where's My Baby. So I did that. Oh, and I went to the shopping mall. So actually, both of these places have been visited. So that's 2. So I just need to find the hardware store, and then Where's My Baby will go away, and that'd be pretty sweet. Okay, so all the zombies are going to move forward here. Oh, I need to discard a loot card, actually. Oh, man. I'm going to discard the town map. Anything you discard goes to your XP, so I will at least get that. Make sure everything's good over here. Everything's great. Great. Good. Awesome. All right. So that's good. Everything moved. I got to respawn everything. So I need a total of 5 in the back. And then 1 on the second zone, 1 on the first zone. Oh, infected Maggie. Why? All right. Add a zombie somewhere. I'll add to the dead end alley. And back to my turn. Okay. So with the way this is works is... It's a lot of things I can get, but I got a lot of zombies here. So I can't re-roll that. I definitely want to keep that. I'll keep one of these, and then I'm going to re-roll these. Oh, I have 1 less dice this turn, actually. So I'm going to put that there. That's a bummer. And then there's a run. And then 1 more of these. So I could take the follower. I'm just going to go ahead and re-roll it and see what happens. And it's a map. Okay, I'll take that. Alright, so all of these, I'm going to kill 2 zombies, and then I'm going to push 2 zombies back. And then I'm going to resolve 2 map symbols, so that's good and bad. So I will actually go to this top location up here, which is the gas station. So I will take a wound, and then I will also draw a loot card, and if it's not a Molotov cocktail, I will get another item. It is a shotgun, so I'll get another one, which is a Book of the Dead. How exciting. Okay, so I'll get this back next turn, so that's all good there. Alright, so we're all done with that. Now the zombies are going to advance. I'm going to take 3 wounds total. I'm going to take 1, and then I'm going to let Maggie take the other 2, and she will die. And so I'll lose her. But she goes to my XP, and she will become a zombie in my Zone 1, but now I don't have to add a zombie to my Zone 1 every single round. Sorry, I do. I won't add one to my second and third every single round, so... you take the good with the bad. Okay, so that is done. That happened in the middle of Resolve. So this extra one is here. These are here. And then I've got to add 1 here. And then 3 in the back. Alright. Beautiful. Okay. Zombie spread. So I'll add 1 of the Dark Woods here. I'm going to try and make it to where they're following me. That makes sense thematically, right? Then we'll go to my turn. Alright, there's a zombie, there's a run. But I've got 2 guns and a bat. And then I've got this. Burning through a lot of item cards seems like a tough thing to do, but because you want to try and have a lot of items whenever you go and fight the zombie, or the mutant zombie at the end of the game, but sometimes you just got to use stuff. So I've got 4 zombies dead there. I can use the shotgun and kill 3 more. And then I can run 1. And I've got an item here. I'm just going to re-roll this item. It's a zombie. But that's okay, because I can use that for an ability here, which I will... Ah! No, that was a gun, and then this was 2 zombies. Alright, so I'll resolve that ability, which is going to kill 1 zombie in each zone. So I'll kill that one, Yeah. And that one. Cool. See you later. So that's pretty good. And then I've still got these to resolve. So I'm going to kill 3 more zombies with the bat and the gun. I'm going to make 1 zombie run. And then I'm going to use the shotgun, and I'm going to kill 3 zombies here. And I've got... How many cards do I have here? I've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 more cards, and then I'll get my first upgrade. Okay, so that's all of my symbols. See, it's tough because I'm at such low health. So even just taking 1 damage right now would be pretty not cool. And I'm going to have to... Oh, I didn't resolve my location. I apologize. I have to do this first. Which it was the hardware store. So that was the last thing for my Where's My Baby trauma, which I have now gotten over, and this goes away. So I no longer have to add extra zombies. But I do have to take the bad one, which is adding 2 zombies to my zone 2. So which would have happened here, which means I would have this knowledge, which means I definitely will go ahead and use this Book of the Dead to kill this zombie out of zone 1, 1 zombie out of zone 2. And yeah, and that is going to do all of that, and then the zombies are going to advance. And now I'm adding 5 zombies to zone 3. All right. Oh, all right, and I have to populate, so there's a zombie there. And, yep, back to my turn. All right, so now, depending on how this round goes, I might just advance to the courthouse and go ahead and end it, because it's getting pretty dicey with this amount of health that I have here. So I have those. And I have these. So if I rolled 1 more zombie symbol on this, I could kill 5 zombies, and the zombies don't advance, which isn't bad. And if I go ahead and just move to the courthouse, then I won't have to worry about any more spawning. So yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Same exact ones. 1 more. That is a bummer. So let me see what I have to do here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'd have 1 health left. Okay, we can survive this. All right, so that's fine. I guess I'll just keep that. I'm going to kill 1 zombie in each zone with my ability. And then these, I'm going to kill 3 more zombies in the front. 1's going to get pushed back. And that will end there. And then my 1 map symbol I will use to just go to the courthouse and complete the mission. So zombies will still advance. So this zombie will deal 1 wound to me, which I will go down to 1 health. And then these will go here. I'm not going to bother repopulating because it's the end of the map, or the end of the mission. So that is good. So the mission is done. So end condition, if I moved it onto that using one of more explore results, I did. Okay, I have won this mission. So you will heal all of your wounds, and any followers and any loot cards that you have left will go to your supply cache. I'm just going to go up there. The followers that were here on the courthouse will go to my supply cache. Now, the optional bonus at the end of this mission, it says here, is I can spend 2 leadership points to draw another follower and put it into the supply cache. Now, these bonuses, you can spend as many points as you'd like. So it's not just one time spend it and get a follower. It is, you know, whatever however many I want to spend. So I'm going to spend a total of 4. And I am going to get 2 more followers to my thing. Oh no, infected Tim! There's so many infected people. All right. So that's that. So that's the end of the bonus thing, and that is the end of the first campaign mission. So going into the second one, there is a little bit of a reset on everything. So I am going to first get some water here. I sure am talking a whole lot. And I'm going to get this reset for the next mission in the campaign. Like I said, there's 4 total. I'm going to play through all of them. Alright, so here's the flavor. Having met up with fellow survivors at the courthouse, your next course of action is to get the supplies you'll need to ride this thing out. You propose an excursion to Bruce's department store in order to get all the gear you might need. You choose your best ally and a couple of choice tools and set out to get the loot. The rest of the crew stays behind to fortify the courthouse and wait for any other survivors who might come along. So our mission our goal for the second mission is to get to the department store, which you'll flip over home here. And now we're going from the courthouse to the department store. So you're going to reset your board, which will end up the same starting position with 2 in Zone 1, 3 in Zone 2, 4 in Zone 3. All the zombies in town get removed because you're going to take all of the location cards and we're going to shuffle them, and then we're going to recreate that grid of a 3x4. So this is what I was talking about, where it's never the same layout from mission to mission. So it's for your if you need locations for your trauma, it's not guaranteed for you to find it in any given mission because you never know where it is. Alright, I have a little bit less stuff than I was hoping, but it's all good because since I don't have Infected Maggie and I don't have my Where's My Baby trauma anymore, I'm not adding a ton of zombies every round, because an extra 3 zombies every round is pretty much. Ashley, no, this isn't the end, Ashley. That was the end of the first mission of the campaign. I still have 3 more missions, so don't worry. We still got plenty to go here. All right. Okay, so let's recreate this. Alright, so town is set up. Zombies are on the board. The flavor has been read. You always retain your leadership points. So I'll just put those over here, which I am nervous. Now, the start of the mission. So the setup is done there. That's right. So now we're going to, I have to choose one of my followers to go with me, and then I can choose up to 2 items to take with me. So let's take a look at what we got here. Infected Tim. I really don't want to deal with Infected Tim. So I have got a Grandma, a Firefighter, a Sharpshooter, and Infected Tim. I'm going to take the Sharpshooter because her ability, she actually has a good ability. So once per turn, I can set a non-zombie dice to a gun result. So I can basically always guarantee getting a gun. Part of the setup for this one is we're putting 2 loot cards on the department store. So those will get added to our supply cache whenever we complete this mission. And then I am going to take my Lucky Charm because I'm going to try and get to the experience that I need here, which I think I only need 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, I only need 3 more cards, and then that'll get me my first upgrade. Now, this second mission has a special thing for it. So there's this deck of action cards here. And you have these 3 starting actions, and the way that you read these cards is they have an action that you have to perform, which is usually bad or good. It'll show it in green or red. If it's red, it's bad. If it's green, it's good. So this one is a bad action, but it has a good effect when I take the action. But a lot of these action cards also have this unresolved effect at the bottom that can sometimes be good or bad. On your turn, you can choose to do any of these actions, and if you do, you get the effects or whatever it is. But if a new action comes out, these are numbered 1 to 3. Whenever you reveal a new action, if there's already an action on your board that has that number, you replace it, and then the unresolved effect of the card that gets replaced happens. So it's a balancing act of, what do you want to try and, like if you don't take actions, then you have a higher risk of getting the unresolved effects, and if you do take the actions, you have to take the good with the bad. So it just adds another layer of difficulty, and that's just for this mission here. It's the only time this action deck is used. So you have they say starting actions, so you're going to put those there. You're going to shuffle the deck of action cards, which I'll keep those over here. And then I've got my 3 starting actions, which I will put here, here, and here. So might be kind of hard to read, but they are there. So these actions, I'll go through them as I decide to use them or not use them, because it's got some flavor on them as well. So we are all set up for mission number 2. And then this one is played out the same way as the first mission, except now after spreading the zombies. Oh, you flip this over to mission 2. So we are all set up for mission number 2. Yep. So after zombie spread in this one, which is putting one on the grid, then I am going to reveal a new action card, and then that can possibly replace an action card for me, and that will do that thing where it's bad usually. Could be good. Generally, it's bad. But yeah, it's just a matter of actions. Also, just quick sidebar, in case you were unaware, we did launch our newest Kickstarter today, For Science. It is live on Kickstarter now, so you can find it there. It has all the details of what the game is. There's a video that's up, a couple of videos, and all the information on the campaign. If you weren't aware of it, we are donating $5 from every copy sold during the campaign to the Direct Relief charity to help with what's going on in the world. So not only do you get a great game, but we will also donate funds from our pockets. It doesn't come from the Kickstarter; it comes directly from us. We'll be donating to the charity to help the world. So get a great game, help the world. Everybody wins. So yep, Kickstarter.com. You can just type in For Science. There's also some links on our Facebook page, on our other social media, on our website. It's all over the place. So yeah, go check it out. All right, so one more swig of water here. Oh, yeah. All right, let's do this. So, first thing is first. Let's roll these dice. So, 2 zombies, 2 runs, a bat, and a backpack. Backpack gives us an item, which I can appreciate. Bat gets rid of the zombies, and then I have the 2 run symbols, which I can't re-roll, but I can turn one of them into a gun using a sharpshooter. And then if I turn it into a gun, I can do my first ability. So I'll leave this as is, I think. Yeah, I'll leave this as is. So I'll use her ability, and I will. I'm going to change this into a gun. That will let me use my first thing. Now, you can do one of these actions every turn. It's either before or during the action phase. So, I'll go ahead and I will. I'll resolve this one. So, A well-stocked resistance group is handing out supplies very close to the front line. So the action is I get to draw a loot card. So I have an extra one here. It's another Book of the Dead. Good. The effect, though, is I have to add 2 zombies to my Zone 3. If I would have left this on the board and it would have been replaced, then I would have let me kill 2 zombies in Zone 3. But I really want the loot cards, so we'll do that. So that's the action card. Now I'm going to do these results here. Bat, kill 2 zombies, get them going. I'm going to use my ability with the 2 zombies of the gun. That's going to kill a zombie in each zone, so I'll do that and that. And then I've got this run symbol, so I'll push 1 zombie out of Zone 3. And then I have this backpack to get me another loot card, which is medical supplies, which will let me heal 2 wounds between myself and my characters. So that's actually very good to have. It will save you in a bind. So let me just make sure everything's doing okay over here. Everything seems to be going fine. Excellent. All right. All right, so all of those actions are done, and now we will advance the zombies. These will move here, these will move here. I'm adding a total of 5 zombies to my Zone 3. 3 for what it normally is, and then 2 more because I rolled 2 zombie symbols. And now the zombie... Oh, I also have this map I have to resolve. I apologize. So I have to move somewhere and just do the bat effect. So I'll go here. It's the Dead End Alley. Next turn, I may not re-roll my dice. So whatever I roll is what I roll my next turn. Oh, boy. Unless I use a card. Like, if I used a Lucky Charm, I could get the re-rolls because those supersede those effects. But, yeah. So I can't do a normal re-rolls. Okay, so that's done. That's good. Zombies will spread. I'm going to put this guy up here. I'm not going to go up to the top on this one. And... No, it doesn't... Sorry. Wrong zone. It goes there. Come on. Okay. That's fine. And now I have to do an action card. It's a 1, so it will replace this. And the negative effect is that I lose all rerolls next turn, which is okay because I already lost all my rerolls next turn. So that's totally fine. Okay, so now we're back to my turn. So, no rerolls. Whatever I roll is what I get. Okie dokie. So I've got 3 bats, 2 guns, and a run. Not bad. I'll use the sharpshooter, though, to change one of these bats into a gun, since I don't have a need for all of those bats. So... I'm going to use... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this action here. Oh, no, I can't because I have to do it before rolling. Never mind. I'm not using it. Both of these I have to do before rolling, so I can't do any actions this round. Okay, so resolve these. I can kill 4 zombies in Zone 1. I've only got 2. I've got 3 guns. So I'm going to kill 1, 2, and then I'll kill 1 in Zone 3. And then I've got a run, and I'll push 1 out of Zone 3 with a run. And that is all of those. So now the zombies will advance. 2, 3, and 3. Oh, I keep forgetting about this. I apologize. I have to do another map. I'm not going to dilly-dally. I'm just going to move straight through. So, advance 3 zombies, 1 zone on your board. You may advance the same zombie multiple times. So that would have happened before this phase, which means that would have been here. So I guess I'd go 1, 2, and then 3. No, because I don't want to take a wound. So I'll just do the 3 there. And then all of these would move. So I'll have that, and then I'll have this. That's how that would end up. Okay. So we're done with that. I've got to populate here. I'll just put one on the dead end, or down here. And now I've got to do an action card. It is a 3, so nothing gets replaced. Cool. Back to my turn. Alright, I'm going to do this action because I have to do it before I roll. So I roll one fewer dice this turn, so I'll just go ahead and I'll take this and I'll put it over here. The effect is I take 1 wound, but if it would have gone unresolved, I would have taken 2 wounds. And the flavor is zombies block an exit. You decide to drop kick their leader and try to get through. Sometimes you just got to drop kick them. That's the only thing you can do in these scenarios. So those are done. Yeah, that's good. Now we go to rolling dice. So I've got 2 maps. I've got a zombie that I can't reroll, and then I've got a gun, and I've got a bat. So that'll kill 3 zombies there. And then I can change something to a gun that's not a zombie. Man, rolling one less dice is terrible. I'm going to reroll one of these. I'll keep this map symbol. That's a zombie. That is not great, but it'll let me do this at least. Okay, so I'll resolve this. So 2 zombies and a gun. That's going to let me kill a zombie in each zone. So there's one, there's one. The bat's going to kill 2 zombies here. And then I've got... I want to try and hold on to these if I can. And then I've got 2 map symbols. So I get the good and the bad. I'm just going to go straight across. Hardware store. I add 2 zombies to my zone 2. And then the goods, I draw a loot card. If it's not a chainsaw, then I draw another one. But it is a chainsaw, so I only get 1. We found what we needed. So that's good to go. And okay, so we moved. Zombies are... Yeah, I want to use my effects here, so... zombies are going to move forward, and I'm going to take 2 wounds, but I will go ahead and use my medical supplies, and I will remove those 2 wounds, because I am trying to get 5, 6, 7, get that there. You know what, actually, I'm going to take 1 wound, and then I'm going to let my sharpshooter take the other wound, and let her die. And then that way I'll end it with 0 wound total. And now I should be at 9 cards, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, so I just need 1 more card to get my first upgrade. So that's what we're going for. That's the only reason I've been going through so many items and all these other cards here. So try and get that upgrade because they're so good. Okay, so that's all done. Everything moved. I've got to repopulate the board. So I need 5 zombies in my zone 3. Okay, and then I've got to put a zombie on the board, so I'll put 1 back here and there. Now I've got to reveal an action card. It is a 3, so it does replace this, unfortunately. So the unresolved effect is I choose a follower with me or in the supply cache, and I remove it from the game. Oh, that's a bummer. Grandma's really good, but I'm sorry, Grandma, you got to go. Now, anything that gets removed from the game does not go to your experience. It's not discard. If it said discard, it would go to my experience. But since it didn't say that, I don't get it. It's just gone. Sorry, Grandma. Have a nice life. Okay, so that was not cool, but it happened. Okay, then we'll go back to my turn. I'm just trying to... This one's pretty tough. I really need some more followers is what I need. But it's hard when you roll... these zombie symbols, so I've got that'll do that, and then that's just in that. You know what? I'll take it. This roll is perfectly fine. So 2 zombie symbols and a gun. That's going to activate my ability. 1 zombie in each zone is gone. The other gun will shoot this zombie here. And then I've got a total of 3 map symbols, so I'll move here and do just the good. And the gas station is going to draw a loot card. If it's not a Molotov, I draw another. And it's medical supplies, so I will draw another loot card, which got me the binoculars. That was pretty sweet. So those are good. And that is all of my symbols. So now zombies will advance. Did I want to do any of these? I do, actually. I want to do this. So, a bystander hands you a photograph and says, please, you must find this person. You decide to help. So the action is that I take 2 wounds. So get hurt a little bit. But I get to look at the top 3 cards of the follower deck. And I get to place one, or I get to keep one and put the others on the bottom. I'm definitely going to keep the dog. 1,000%. And then let's go to the bottom of the deck. Because he is the best boy. So. And that's good. Okay, so now we'll go to advanced zombies. And then we're going to repopulate, so I need 5 zombies total for my zone 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I've got to spread zombies on the board, so that we'll put one in the old barn. And now I have to do the action. It's not a 1, so it does not replace it. Cool. All right, back to my turn. So happy I got best boy. All right. So let's see how this roll goes. Can't re-roll the runs. I've got a gun, and I've got a backpack here, and then I've got the maps, which is just the good. Nice. You know what? I'll actually keep this. So I'm going to shoot this zombie with the gun. I've got 2 pushes, so I'm going to push one back here, and then I'll push one out of here. Yeah. So do it like that. And then I've got the backpack, so that'll get me a loot card, which is another lucky charm. So the rest of these must be weapons, as far as I can see. I need one more card to spend. So I'm going to try and spend on my next turn. Okay, and then I've got 3 total map symbols, so that means I'm going to do just the good effect of a card. So I'll do this. Into the shopping mall. I'll draw 2 leadership tokens and choose one to keep. I got a 3 and a 1. I'll keep the 3, put the other one back here. Nice. Okay, awesome. And that's that. So that is all of my symbols. All of these guys are going to move. We're going to add 3 zombies to zone 3. And then we're going to spread zombies. I'll put this guy up here. And then we'll go do the action. It is a 2, so it does not replace anything. Good. Back to my turn. Now, any of these do I want to do? That one's actually pretty good. Both of these are pretty good. Alright, so let's see how this goes. Ooh, nice. That's a follower. That's some guns, that's a run, and then that's a map. I'm going to re-roll the map because I think I'm just going to move to ending the mission. Okay. So that's another run there. I'm going to need to use these at some point. That's fine. I'll go ahead. I'll use the binoculars now. So that'll let me change one of these. That's not a zombie symbol to whatever I want. I'm going to change one of these runs to a bat. Or sorry. I'm going to change one of these guns to a bat. And using that is my 10th card. So now I get my first upgrade. Yeehaw. Alright, so shuffle these up. You get it at random. There's a varied amount of effects that you could get here. They're all pretty good. So we'll go with this one. And I am now clever. Each turn I get an additional reroll. So now instead of 2 rerolls, I have 3. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Yeah, and then none of those I was able to do, so that's totally fine. So there's that. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to move these out of the way so that I can restart. So I met the first one. I will track that with one of these tokens here. So I reached my first level. There's 4 total upgrades, so if you blow through enough stuff, you can get all the way up and get all your upgrades there, which is pretty sweet. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to resolve all of these dice here. So bat and gun, that's 3 zombies here. I've got 2 runs. So I'll just push these back. Not that it matters too much. And then I've got 2 backpacks, so that's a follower. And we have the Mysterious Cultist. Interesting. And then I've got the 1 map here, so I will go ahead and I will move to the department store, and I will end this mission. And yeah, that's all my symbols. So this, I'm not going to repopulate. I'm not going to worry about that because the mission is over. But this could still happen, so I do have to replace something. It is a 1, so I would advance any 3 zombies on my board 1 zone. So I'll just do that. Not a big deal. Okay, so the mission has been completed. We made it to the store, department store. So that's all good. All right, so we are successful. So now with this one, we are going, we'll be going to mission 3 here, but mission 2, optional end. So I get these 2 loot cards, so which is a shotgun and a Molotov. Now I can spend 2 leadership points as many times as I want to get an extra loot card each time I do so. I'm actually not going to spend any of my leadership points because I acquired so many items that round. So I'll just stick with that. So that's the case. All of my followers and my items will go to my supply cache. So those are all good there. And you're going to heal all your wounds, which I did. And then these are all going to clear out. Now I'll go ahead and I'll reset my board for the next one. Now, the 3rd mission and 4th mission are going to be a little bit tougher. So you start with more zombies on your board. So that's done there. Yep, so everything is good. Now, since we are past the 2nd mission, this action deck just gets removed from the game because we don't use it again. And everything is good. So I have the clever there. And I think we're all set. Okay, so I need to take these zombies and get rid of them. And now we're going to have to reset the grid here as we do each round. The only round you don't is the final mission because there are no locations. You're just in one spot fighting the zombie mutant, who is quite difficult, actually. So we're going to shuffle these up here. Alright, expert shuffling techniques. Okay, so now we're going to need to flip this over because the Dark Courthouse is where we have to get. Okay, grid has been recreated. Zombies are there. I have all those. Anything else I need to do for this setup? Nope. 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 Okay, so let's get to the flavor. You have managed to loot the department store and feel well prepared for anything this forsaken apocalypse might throw your way. As you step back into the streets, you notice a swirling storm cloud gathering over the courthouse. Suddenly, a roar emanates from beneath the maelstrom that sends a shudder through your heart. You feel a wave of malevolence pulsing through the air. This is no ordinary storm. You sense that time is of the essence, and you must return to the courthouse now. That sounds ominous. Alright, so that's all good. That's all good there. Okay, now it does tell you in the rules that a strategy tip for this mission is try and use as few items as possible. Get to the courthouse as soon as possible because the more loot cards that you have going up against the mutant zombie, the better you will do, the easier it's going to be. If you have less loot cards, then it's going to be a lot harder because you're basically just relying on dice rolls, which could go great or go poorly, because while you're fighting the mutant zombie, you are still having to fend off the waves of zombies coming at you. And the mutant zombie has a deck that has all kinds of effects. He can heal, he can add more zombies to your board, he can do wounds to you, he can steal dice from you. He does all kinds of stuff, so he's actually pretty difficult. And since we're going to be playing it on hard mode, he's going to have 5 health total, which is the highest amount for him to start with. So yeah. Now this one, now a special rule for this mission is whenever I'm spawning more zombies on my board during that phase, I always add an extra zombie to my zone 3. So there are more zombies that are going to be popping up there. Okay. So let me get some water. I don't know if you've ever tried talking as much as I have doing these live streams like consistently. It's not the easiest thing in the world. So I commend all the podcasters and all the other live streamers for doing what y'all do. This is not as easy as it seems. So we are all good. We're all set. I still would love to find the Zealous Nun. Actually, we're not all set. I have to take 1 follower with me, and I have to. I can take up to 2 items with me. I'm gonna take the dog because it's a dog. And then I am going to take some items, though. I am going to take a Lucky Charm, and then I am going to take a shotgun just in case. I would like very much not to use them, but we will see. Now, the shotgun was strategically chosen because it can't harm the zombie mutant. It just kills zombies on the board. So any of my items that can do damage to the mutant, I want to try and hold on to for the final fight. Okay, and because of Clever, like I said, I get an extra reroll every turn. So now I have 4 rerolls, I have 3 rerolls instead of 2 for a total of 4 rolls. Okay, so everything's set up. We're all good. I got a scoot and boot all the way over to Courthouse. So let's get to it. All right. Can't reroll runs, but I've got 3 guns. I've got a map, and I've got a backpack. Perfect. Love it. I'm going to keep it. So, 3 guns. 3 guns to kill those zombies there. I've got 1 run, so I will push 1 off the back, actually. I'm not going to push 1 off the back. I'm going to push 1 from Zone 2 to Zone 3. And I'll make that round a little more difficult. Backpack. Get a loot card. Which I got more binoculars. Awesome. And then I've got 2 map symbols total, so I will move here and do the good and bad effect. Police station. I take a wound, and I also get to draw a loot card. If it's not a shotgun, I draw another one. It's a chainsaw, so I draw another one. All right, loot, 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 loot. Perfect. Love it. Okay, so that's all good. We will advance all the zombies, so those are there. And now I will respawn zombies, so it's still a base of 3, but now I have an extra one I have to put in here for this mission, and that will also be true in the final mission. So 4 back there. And, yep, and I still have to populate zombies, or spawn zombies, so I'll put 1 over here. Okay, and we'll go to my turn. So I've got 1 zombie, I've got 2 backpacks, which is a follower. That's pretty sweet. I've got 2 bats, that'll take care of all the zombies there. Perfect. And I've got 1 map, which will give me a good and bad effect. Love it. Let's do it. Alright, 2 bats, that'll kill these zombies here. 2 backpacks, so that's a follower, which is Hit Girl. Once per turn, kill a zombie in Zone 3. As soon as you get them, if you have that ability, if it's not like specific to a phase or action, then you can just do it. So I will. She's just going to kill one of those zombies right there. And then I've got the maps. So I'm going to do good and bad. So we'll go here. It is the high ground. I advance 3 zombies in 1 zone on my board. I can advance the same zombie multiple times. So I'm just going to move these 3 down. I'm going to try to avoid taking wounds. So, yeah, I'm going to move... Actually, I'm going to go ahead and move these 3 down. And I'm going to pop off my shotgun. And I'm going to just kill these 3 zombies that move down here. Try and spread it out. I was trying not to use items, but we're just going to be moving as fast as possible. So due to that fact, I'm going to use what I have to. Okay, so now we're going to move zombies. So these are going to go here. We're all good with that. Nothing else happens. I'm going to spawn 5 zombies total in zone 3. Alright, and now I have to spread zombies over here, so I'll put 1 over here. We'll go back to my turn. Alright. So, 2 backpacks. That's a follower. I'll take that. I've got a gun and a bat, so that takes care of all the zombies in my first zone. And I've got a run that I can't reroll, but that'll let me push someone out. And then I've got 2 map symbols for good and bad. Perfect. Let's do it. Gun and bat, so that's those zombies there. 1 run, I'm going to push 1 out of zone 3. 2 backpacks, that is a follower. I found the Zealous Nun. Wow. So that will actually get rid of my nervous trauma. And now I can re-roll my run symbols. Excellent. This is great. Overcoming trauma is always primo. So, okay, so we're all good. But she has a negative effect, so at the end of my advanced zombies phase, I have to advance 1 zombie in additional zone. So the flavor is that she's praying so loud that she's attracting zombies. Okay, so that's done. Now I gotta do the maps. So good and bad here. So that's the shopping mall, so I will take another wound. And, oh yeah, also hit girl. I'll kill one of these zombies back here. I will draw 2 leadership tokens and choose 1 to keep. I got a 2 and a 2, so I'll keep a 2. Okay, so that's all good, and everything's good there. So that is going to be all of my symbols. We're going to move to advanced zombies. I need to spawn 4 zombies in my back row here, and then we'll go to my turn. Well, I have to... Sorry. Add a zombie. We'll put a zombie in the police station. Alright. So, I've got 2 map symbols, 2 backpacks, a gun, and a zombie. That is just the good. If I keep these, I get just the good of the next location. This will give me another follower. And then... this will kill 1 zombie, and I have 2 that I'm taking. I could take 1 on me, and then I could take 1 on the Zealous Nun. So, I think actually that's what I'm going to do. Oh, sorry, because of the Zealous Nun last phase, I had to advance an extra 1, so I would have advanced this one here, so that would actually change how I look at this. So I was trying not to use it, but I'm going to anyways. So I'm going to actually just use the chainsaw, and I'm going to kill 3 zombies in the first zone. And I'll resolve this as is. So this gun's going to shoot this zombie here. These 2 is going to give me another follower here. Local Coward. Once per turn, set a non-zombie die to a run result. Okay. So I get an extra run if I want. Okay, so that's good. And then the maps. So just the good of this location here, which is the hardware store. So I draw a loot card. If it's not a chainsaw, I draw another. It's an axe, so I get another loot card. It's another axe. Beautiful. Alright, so I've replaced the 2 items that I used, and they still kill zombies, so that's great. Okay, so we'll go to the advanced zombies phase. So 2, 4. I have to move an extra 1 extra zone, so I'll move that one here. And then I'm going to spawn a total of 5 zombies in zone 3. Now I've got to spawn a zombie, so I'll just spawn 1 back here. And we'll go back to my turn. Oh, I can kill a... once per turn I can kill a zombie in zone 3, so this hit girl would have killed this one. We'll go to my turn. I'll go ahead and I'll do her effect just so I don't forget it this time. Get that out of there. Alright, so bat and gun, that'll take care of those. I can reroll my runs now. Awesome. That's a zombie. So I have to keep that. And then that is a loot card. That is... I'm just going to move on to the courthouse anyway, so that's fine. And then... That's totally fine. So I'll keep that, and then I'm going to reroll these. There's another zombie. I'm going to reroll these again. There's a third zombie. Cool. I'll actually take that, because that'll let me do my active ability. Zombies don't advance, and I kill 5 zombies total on my board. So I'll just kill these 5 here. And then I get a loot card. So I'll get more medical supplies. Beautiful. And then my 1 map symbol, I'm going to use that to move on to the Dark Courthouse. So I'm there. And then zombies don't advance, so none of that stuff happens. I would reset. But since I got the courthouse, the mission is over, and I have completed this mission. So we will move on to the next one. The final mission. The final showdown, as they call it. Uh-huh. Yep. Okay, so heal all the wounds. All of the followers and loot cards go to my supply cache. All the zombies go away, but I'm going to leave these here because for the setup of the next one, it's going to have the increased starting amount, so it'll be 345 instead of 234. Okay, so there's those. That's good. And there is going to be a little bit of a difference for this one, so like I said, none of the locations are used, so all the locations can be gathered up, and you can actually just set them off to the side, because they are done. You're not traveling anymore. It's the showdown with the mutant zombie. Speaking of which, here he is. This guy is really cool if you haven't seen him. He's holding a bent stop sign. He's just a big mutant. Here's the size of a normal zombie for reference. He's pretty big. Big dude. And then, like I said, he's got his own deck of cards. During this mission, he's going to be playing 2 every turn. And they have pretty bad effects. So sometimes he'll heal, sometimes he'll spawn more zombies, sometimes he'll do damage to you, sometimes he'll advance zombies. There's all kinds of stuff that he can do. Now, the special rule for this one is that every time that he plays a card, I can spend 2 of my leadership points in order to cancel the card if I don't want the effect to resolve. I'm going to try not to spend any points because I want to try and have as high of a score as possible. So that's all shuffled up. We'll leave that there. Yep, and that's just where we are. There's just fighting this guy. So we'll put those back up. Now you will also take all of your followers and all of your loot cards, and you are going to shuffle them up. And we are going to have... that. So we're going to have that here. Now, before I finish setup, I'm going to go ahead and read you the flavor of the final showdown, mission number 4. As you approach the courthouse, you see your ragtag group of survivors clutching weapons and getting ready to square off against a gruesome monster, the likes of which you have never seen. Though the horde of undead you have faced so far have been grotesque, there have at least been resemblances to what they used to be. This creature, this mutant, is a massive, groaning beast made of terrifying amounts of muscle and disgusting blobs of rotting flesh. It is time you got in there and helped your crew take this monster down. Your goal of this mission is to kill the zombie mutant. It's the only way to save humanity, otherwise it's going to take over the entire world. Probably. I don't know, you'll be dead. Okay, so all the setup is done. Now, so you're going to be shuffling your decks here. And, like I said, so I've got 4, 5, 6. I've got 7 followers, and I got a bunch of loot. You're going to get 2 cards from each deck. At the end of each round, if you ever have less than 2 of any given card of a loot or follower, you'll replace yourself until you have up to 2. Or until you have exactly 2. If you end up with more than 2, you just have more than 2. So I'm going to start with Hit Girl and the Zealous Nun. Okay. I'll take that. And then I am also going to start with... I'm going to start with the Book of the Dead and an axe. Okay, nice. I'll take it. I have leadership points here. All right. So we are all set on this. Beautiful. Okay. So let's try and kill this zombie mutant. So I've got 2 zombies there. I've got 2 runs. And then I've got this and this. My ultimate ability is actually really powerful, so I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to re-roll these runs. I'm going to try and get one more of these zombie symbols. Beautiful. And then I'll keep this run, actually. So that will trigger my ultimate. The zombies in Zone 1 do not advance. I kill 5 zombies anywhere on my board, and then I also do a damage to the mutant. Oh, mutant needs health. So because we're playing hard mode, the mutant is going to get 5 health, which is just 5 of these tokens here. So I'm going to kill 5 zombies total. So I'm going to do 3, 4, 5. Well, actually, I can't. What I'm actually going to do is, let me reset these. Because I can still gain experience as I do this, and since my loot cards aren't worth points, I want to try and use the ones that kill zombies as much as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this axe, and I'm going to kill 2 zombies in my first zone. So that'll get rid of that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this Book of the Dead as well, so I can kill 2 zombies anywhere, or I can deal a damage to the zombie. Or to the zombie mutant. I will go ahead and I will do 1 damage to the zombie mutant. So whenever you do damage, you just take one of these, and then these are worth 0 to 2 leadership points. So takes a point from that, and now I'll do my ultimate. So there's 1, and then there's 4 for a total of 5. Much better results. And then I've got 1 run, so I'll even push one of these zombies off in the back. So that's pretty good. And I have Hit Girl, so I'll kill another zombie in Zone 3. Hot dog! All right. That was great. So... that will be the end of my turn. Your map results don't do anything here because you're not traveling anywhere, so they're kind of just basically dead symbols. So that one will go unused, and if I would have rolled any more, then nothing would have happened. So, yeah, now we move forward. So they're going to advance 1, and then because of this none, they're going to advance 1 more. And then we're going to respawn a total of 7 zombies in my back row, because it's 4 normally, and then it's 3 more because of all the zombie symbols that I rolled. So that's a lot of zombies. Okay, and now we go to the zombie mutant phase. So he's going to play 2 cards. First one, Summon Horde. Add 1 zombie to your Zone 2 and 2 to your Zone 3. Adding 3 extra zombies to the board. That's going to be a lot. I'm going to hold off on it. I'm going to try and see if I can get through this without having to use my leadership points. So we're going to add 1 zombie here, and then 2 zombies here. Okay, and the second one, I take 2 wounds, which is totally fine. I'll put 1 on the Zealous Nun, and then I'll put 1 on me. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, and now we'll go to refill. I need 2 items. I have a chainsaw, and I have a Lucky Charm. I'm okay taking wounds because I know I have medical supplies in here somewhere, so if worse comes to worse, I can heal myself. Get him, Jared. Paw Wall. Yeah, we're getting him. We're fighting that there zombie. I'll tell you. All right, so... All right, back to my turn. This roll's for you, Paw Wall. All right. So I rolled a zombie, 3 runs, a bat, and a backpack. Gets me this last loot card here. That's not bad. But I don't hurt the zombie mutant. I'm going to re-roll all of these except the bat. These maps do nothing. There's another zombie. There's a backpack. I'm going to re-roll all of these because I have an extra re-roll. So there's a gun. That's good. I get 1 more re-roll. So, yes. once again, I got the thing I needed. Okay, perfect. Ultimate ability. Zombies here don't advance. I kill 5 zombies. Oh, this guy was supposed to take an extra damage earlier because I did a damage with this ability. So he's actually at 3 health. Now I'm going to do another one to him. So 5 zombies anywhere on my board. So I'm going to kill... Actually, I'm just going to take them all from here. 3... Actually, I'm going to do 2 in the back. And then I'm going to do 3 here. And then that'll be 5. Hit Girl will kill 1 here. And then this extra gun will kill the 1 here. Beautiful. Okay, that was pretty sweet. So, and then the zombie mutant takes an extra damage. So there's that. Awesome. We are doing great. And zone 1, which I don't need. And then I can do that. Okay. I'll actually use the Lucky Charm and choose to reroll 0 dice. It's ambitious, but I want a new item. Okay, so they're going to move. I'm going to spawn 7 zombies in the back. Alright. So, zombies. That's all good. Zombie mutant phase. Add 1 zombie to my zone 2 and 1 zombie to my zone 3. We'll take it. So there's that, and there's that. And then the second one, all players add 1 zombie to their zone 3. 1 more there. That's totally fine. So now my goal is to just try and get this zombie dead before I have to deal with this wave of zombies here. So let's see if we can do it. All right. Back to, I need 1 more loot card. To get to 2, it's my other Lucky Charm. All right. And I have to advance 1 zombie an extra zone on this, so this guy would have been here. All right. There's a zombie. There's a gun. Runs. There's that and that. I'm going to reroll all of these. There's the 2 zombies, and then there's a gun, and there's these. Looking for another bat. There's a bat, and then I'm going to reroll this 1 last time for another gun. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do Hit Girl's thing, kill a zombie back here. Use my ultimate again. Guys, when advance, I kill 5 zombies anywhere and deal damage to the mutant. So I'll discard the Lucky Charm to choose 0. I'm going to discard the Chainsaw to kill this guy because I want to get my items. And then kill 5 zombies anywhere on the board. So I'll kill 5 here. And then I'll use a gun and I will kill that. And completely clear that out. Beautiful. Alright. And that will be all of my results here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm just going to leave the 7 there because that's how many is going to spawn. And then I'm going to do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I would have done the same way. And then 1's going to advance an extra because of the Zealous Nun. So that's going to go there. Beautiful. Oh, Jared. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much. We're killing the zombie real good, I'll tell you. Okay. And zombies advance. So now we're going to go to the zombie mutant. I take a wound. You got it, dude. And then I take a wound. You got it, dude. As long as health's not at 0, we're fine. Alright. So, back to my turn. I need my stuff. I got an axe, and there's the medical supplies. On my turn, I'll go ahead and I'll use the medical supplies to get rid of 2 wounds. So, let me see what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, if I use 2 more items, then I get another upgrade, which may or may not be relevant since we're in the final fight. Okay, so that's good. My turn. Let's do it. You know what? I'm just going to keep this because of these symbols that I rolled. And I'm going to kill this zombie. So these 2 guns, I'm going to shoot the zombie twice. Zombie mutant. He is going to go to 0 health. And he's going to be dead. Get out of here. We're going to successfully beat this. Alright, so he's gone. I'm going to push this zombie back twice. This is going to do nothing. That's going to do nothing. Hit Girl will kill a zombie back here. We're all good. So yeah. Nothing else is going to really matter for resolving. So we've successfully killed the zombie mutant and completed the campaign, and we are successful. And let's see what it says here. You stand amidst the carnage and look around as the storm fades away and the sun begins to rise. A few members of your ragtag crew remain standing, surrounded by the bodies of the zombie horde. At your feet lays the mutant zombie, somehow appearing pitiful in death, as though you had put it out of its misery. Far in the distance, you hear the moans of more zombies. For today at least, you have survived. So, we were successful in the campaign. We survived. So now we're going to add up our score here, and we're going to see how long we survived for in the apocalypse. So your leadership points are going to come from all of your tokens plus all of your followers. And then that will determine your score here. So the range is 1 to 20 points, and then 21 to 30, 31 to 40, 41 to 50, and then 51 or more being the highest. So we're aiming as high as possible. So let's see what we got. So for tokens, I've got 3, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. I've got 18 points there, and then there's that for a cool 20. And then let me see, so 24, 25, 28, 33, 35, 39. So I ended with a total of 39 points in my campaign. And 39 points says, the apocalypse is tough. For a year you evaded the horde. Well done. So I survived the zombie apocalypse for exactly 1 year. With all that effort between all of my followers and all of my wits and everything. So we did it. We survived the zombie apocalypse for a year, and we killed the mutant zombie. So I think we did pretty darn good. So that is the solo campaign. As you can see, you can just reset and play again. It's the same 4 missions, but due to the varied setup of the town each time, you always have the dice results. You can play as the different characters. It will always play out differently, and it's a matter of scoring. So you can keep track of your scores, keep track of your plays, see how well you do. So we did okay. We were kind of middle of the pack there. If Infected Maggie wouldn't have died early, if I would have just kept her, that would have pushed me into the next point tier. So that was actually a little bit of a bummer there, but it's okay. It's okay. We did great. I'm very happy with surviving for a year of the zombie apocalypse. It's probably better than I'd actually do. So that was awesome. If you enjoyed this and you thought that it looks like something that you would enjoy playing yourself, like I said, we do have the solo campaign. If you go to our website, greyfoxgames.com, you can get the Kickstarter edition of the game that comes with all the extra goodies as well as the solo campaign in the box. If you get the retail edition or you already own the retail edition, exclusively on our website, you'll also find the solo campaign separately that you can just toss in with that. The base game goes up to 4 players. The expansion takes it up to 6 players, adds some new characters as well. We've also got some promo packs of some promo locations and promo items. The Kickstarter edition obviously has exclusive stuff that's only for that as well. We do have a Kickstarter upgrade kit if you already own the retail edition of this and want to get all the Kickstarter goodies, and that's all on our website. Also on the website, you'll find all of our other products. We have a lot of exclusives that we do. We have a lot of upgraded components for our games. Champions of Midgard has upgraded components. We have a ton of upgraded components and promos for Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. All of our games have usually some kind of add-on that's exclusive to us that you can go and check out. And as I mentioned earlier, we also have our Kickstarter that's live right now for our game For Science. It was originally called Science or Die. It's the one that we rebranded. And now it's live on Kickstarter. If you're unaware of it, you can go to Kickstarter, look it up. It's called For Science. Every copy of the game sold during the campaign, we're going to donate $5 out of our pockets to the Direct Relief charity, and that will help fight what's going on in the world. So you can get an amazing dexterity cooperative game that's about solving the problems of virus and disease in the world, and then also actually help us contribute to getting rid of virus and disease in the world, as it is now. So it's kind of like a 1-2 punch. It's awesome. You can find all that information on our website, on our Facebook page, social media. You can see here, if you're not following our social media, all of the tags and the ways to find us on the different platforms is listed here. Our regular schedule for streaming going forward, for the foreseeable future is every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Central. So I did this today. Keep an eye out. We'll have some more. We'll be posting a schedule every week, but I'll be back tomorrow at 3 Central Time, and I'll be playing one of the missions from our game Mythos Tales, if you are not familiar with it. It is a story-driven game, one of those almost like the old Goosebump kind of pick-your-own-adventure kind of things, where it is Cthulhu themed. So we're going to be investigators, and it's a book of the story. So you're going to be referencing a map and reading newspapers to get clues and talking to different people. It's an awesome game. It's got 8 missions in the box for you to play through. So I'm only going to play through one of them, so that way you can still get the game and have plenty to do. And it does have a scoring system as well, based on how many people you go talk to, this and that. It's a super fun game. I'm going to play that tomorrow, so tune in, play with me. I'll be consulting the audience as much as possible to help me with clues. So that's awesome. So thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed watching me play it. I certainly enjoyed playing it. Like I said, go to our website, check out all the cool stuff that we've got and everything that we're doing. And yeah, I will see all of you tomorrow.